Explorer is on ice. The end. The audio's better? Fantastic. All right. Yeah, I changed the setting and now the audio's better. Sorry it was fucked before. Guys, we completed we got to an ending and we got to a bad ending. We fucked up. We tried to dig through the ice, but we were actually digging through the virtual reality thing. We fucked it. We're only like 10 minutes in and we already fucked it. You think we're going to end the stream now? No, we're going to start again. This time we're going to choose different choices in our Choose Your Own Adventure live audience poll, and we're going to do something else. All right, we're starting over. We're going to get a better ending this time. I mean, we didn't die. Like, that's a plus. I feel like a lot of these bad endings are deaths. I haven't read this thing, so I don't actually know what's going to happen in it. But yeah, we thought we were digging through snow in virtual reality. We were actually destroying the computer in real life. All right, so we're starting over. The audio's better. Let's do it. We're going to speed run through the bits we've already read. This can't be the place, Katie says. Nah, we're in the spot, mate, says Geordie. It's a shitty building. It's derelict. Windows are broken. There's no way this can be the hot new Blitz and Chits. But then you read the sign, and the sign says, "This is Blitz and Chits, all right. Get your Blitz ready and your Chits in line." And you're like, man, this sucks that this arcade is bad because I thought it was going to be great. And the building looks as if no one's here. But Katie says, come on, we've got to get out of here. We're going to get tetanus from all the boogans who live in here. And Jordan's like, don't be a wuss. We got to go find the games. I'm elite gamer H4XOR. And there's posters, and you look at some of it's really high tech. Why is this like super like mega metaverse in such a abandoned warehouse? And then Katie says, yeah, it's great. And then there's a dinosaur and there's like white water rafting. It's like extreme cool kid things. So like we got to get in here. And then the spooky Madame Zapped turns up and says, oh, I'm a real spooker. And you're like, what the fuck is this? And she's like, I'm a real spooker. You're my first customers. And her feet are bigger than Shaquille O'Neal's. It actually says that. And she's like, come and play my games. It's going to be great. And then the children are like, awesome. And then we find out on page 4 that there's only 2 adventures available. There's the Abominable Snow Woman and Adrift off Vega. So that's what we got to choose. We're going to the ice, flow, nowhere to go, or we're going into space. We're going up in Bezos's dick rocket to space, or we're going to the Arctic. Last time we went to the Arctic, and then we dug, and then we died. So if we go to the Arctic, we should not dig next time. All right. So on page 72, we're going to choose live poll right now. Which game do we want to play? Are we going to the space zone, or are we going to the Arctic again? We're typing in a poll right now. Abominable Snow Woman or Adrift off Vega, which is the space thing. All right. The poll is live. Go onto the YouTube live stream chat and choose an option in the poll, and we will choose in this Choose Your Own Adventure live audience participation game. We will choose our path. Last time we went into the Abominable Snow Woman, we faced a walrus. It was great, and then we dug, and then we didn't die. We just got a like large bill from the virtual reality woman. All right, this time we're on 55% Adrift off Vega. We've got 42 votes in. Man, I love it. Good work. You're quick with the votes. I love it. You're doing good. We've got 42 votes. When we hit 50 votes, we got 58 votes Adrift off Vega. We got 52 votes, 58 votes, and we got 62% Adrift off Vega. So that's what we're doing. 63%. All right, well done, guys. End poll. We're going to space. And we don't even got to pay Bezos. All right. Page 81. I want to play Adrift off Vega, you tell Madame Zapp. Madame Zapp shrugs. It's your choice, she says, but you may be sorry you didn't take my advice. Before you can enter, she shuts the door to the booth. Through the helmet visor, you see her throw a switch. Instantly, you're slammed hard into the seat. Your whole body presses against the cushions. You feel as if you weigh 1,000 pounds. A deafening roar fills your ears. It sounds like 1,000 jet engines powering up at once. The booth shakes and rocks. This must be what it's like to take off in a real rocket, you think. It's so cool. The noise of the virtual engines grows even louder. The booth shakes even more. There's one last heavy bump. And then silence. The walls of the booth vanish. Whoa, where are you? And then we turn to page 35. You're in a large room. The metal walls are painted grey. On your left is a heavy round door. On your right, a huge window through which you see millions of stars. Beneath the window, you notice a small hatchway. It's perfect, just the way you imagined a spaceship would look. You peer out the window. A big, reddish planet with yellow rings swims into view. It looks kind of like Saturn, but the colors are different. "This is a way cool ship," Jordan exclaims. "Yeah, and it really looks like there's a planet out there," Katie comments, gazing into the blackness. You reach out to touch the thick plexiglass of the window. It's cold. You knock on a metal wall. Clang! "It all seems so real," you agree. "It's awesome. I wonder when the adventure starts." At that moment, the big round door crashes open. Even though you know the game isn't real, you can't help screaming when you see what fills the doorway on page 15. The thing in the doorway is 8 feet tall. Its smooth green skin is covered with grayish slime. It has 2 heads with giant lidless eyes, and it's got 4 long ropey arms, each with wicked clawed fingers. "Ew!" Katie cries. "Gross!" "It's an alien," Jordan exclaims. "I guess the game is starting. Maybe we're supposed to fight it." The alien stomps toward you. Its feet leave puddles of slime, like a snail. You glance around for weapons, but all you see are some empty boxes. No Verteron ray guns or light swords. The alien's 4 arms wave wildly. Black drops of goo fly from its fingers and land on Katie's skin. "Ow!" she cries. "It burns!" "Don't be dumb," Jordan scoffs. "How can it burn? This is virtual reality. You can't get hurt here." "That's what you think," Katie snaps. She holds up her arm. Ugly red blisters are popping up all over her skin. "Cool," Jordan exclaims. "That looks totally real." "It is real," Katie complains. "This is no fun. I'm getting out of this game." She reaches up and pulls off her virtual reality helmet. And then she screams. What's going on? Find out on page 115. "What's the matter, Katie?" you cry. You and Jordan quickly pull off your own helmets. Then you understand why Katie is screaming. Even without the helmet on, you're still in the grey metal room. The alien is still there too. "What's going on?" Jordan cries. "Why are we still here?" "Don't panic," you call. "It must be a glitch in the game." "It's not a game," the alien says in a hollow, mechanical voice. You notice a metal speaker attached to its neck. "What do you mean it's not a game?" You demand. "Of course it's a game. We're in virtual reality." "Wrong," the alien announces. "This is real. We kidnapped you from the arcade." Your head spins. This has got to be part of the adventure, you think. It's got to be. "No way," you tell the alien. "This is all part of a computer program." "Would you like another demonstration of my reality?" the alien asks. Before you can answer, it snakes a long, slimy arm around your neck and starts to squeeze. "Help! You can't breathe!" And then we turn to page 121. At last, the alien relaxes its grip. You gasp for air. "Now do you believe I'm real?" the alien asks. You nod slowly. It must be true. You're really in space. The alien really did kidnap you. How did you bring us here?" you ask. "Easy," the alien replies. "We built a transport pod to look like a virtual reality booth." But why?" Katie asks. "What do you want with us?" Just then, a panel in the wall chimes softly. A voice says something in a weird, whistling language. Excuse me, the alien says after listening to the message. I must leave for a moment. When I return, you will do as I say. The alien slimes through the door. I want to go home, Katie wails. We can't, dummy, Jordan moans. We're stuck here. You force yourself to think logically. If we can overpower the alien somehow, maybe we can force it to take us home. How can we fight all those arms, Jordan protests. I say we try to escape through that hatch. Okay, guys, live audience participation poll in the live chat. We're going to fight the aliens or we're going to escape through the hatch. I'm starting the poll now. Are we going to fight the alien or are we going to escape through the hatch? Fight or flight? This is the oldest question in the history of mammals. We've got two choices. Are we going to fight the alien? Or are we going to escape through the hatch? Vote now in the live YouTube poll in the live chat, and then we will decide our fate in this thrilling choose your own adventure game. Get in there. All right, we're on 50-50 right now. 16 votes and it's dead heat. 50% say fight the alien, 50% say escape. Are we fighting or are we fleeing? 52% to escaping now. 33 votes. Get in there. Get those numbers up. The alien's got a lot of arms. I don't know how we're going to handle all those arms. But can we run away forever? How can we do this? What are we doing, guys? This is for survival, all right? Seed of Bane in the live chat says they're from Omicron Persei 8. You know what they say, men are from Omicron Persei 8 and women are from Omicron Persei 9. That's what they say. MSZ in the live chat says we're going to die. All right, we're going to end the poll now. We've got 68 votes and the winner is Escape Through the Hatch. 56%. That's almost as close as Brexit. My goodness, but we're escaping through the hatch on page 28. All right, page 28, we're trying to run away. This one is a no-brainer. Quick, you cry. Let's get out before the alien returns. You yank a lever underneath the hatch. It springs open. You and your friends crawl through. The hatch clangs shut, and you glance around. You're in a small room with 4 swivel chairs and a control panel in the wall. A sign on the control panel says, Emergency lifeboat. Press red button to start. You press the red button, and a horn goes, Auga! Auga! Oh no, Katie cries. They'll hear us. But the lifeboat starts with a thump. You feel it begin to drift. You hear a loud whooshing noise, and the small ship takes off. You glance through the porthole. We did it, you exclaim. We got away. Your small craft is pulling away from the huge alien ship. From here, the alien ship looks like a big blimp. The lifeboat moves farther and farther from the alien craft. Soon, the big ship is just a speck in the distance. You're adrift in space. Then on page 105. It doesn't take long to figure out the lifeboat's controls. Black buttons fire the engines. You steer with a joystick. Cool, Jordan says. This thing is easy to drive. Yeah, right, Katie mutters. But where can we drive it to? We have no idea where we are. Or where Earth is from here, you add. How will you ever get home? You gaze out the porthole. A pinpoint of light in the distance grows bigger. Soon, you can see that it's another spacecraft, shaped like an X. It's completely different from the other alien ship, you point out. Maybe the people in this ship can tell us how to get back to Earth. It's worth a try, Katie agrees. What do we have to lose? A button on the control panel is marked hailing frequency. You press the button. The X-shaped spacecraft instantly veers toward you. It pulls up alongside the lifeboat. You feel a jolt as the big ship locks on to the lifeboat. Whoosh! Air cycles in the hatch. A moment later, the hatch pops open. And on page 14, Jordan and Katie's screams fill the lifeboat. The only reason you're not screaming too is because you're speechless with horror. The creature that crawls through the hatch is a roach. A 3-foot tall cockroach. Its slimy brown head is as big as a beach ball. Its 6 jointed legs are covered with stiff hairs. Its long, flexible antennas sweep through the air towards you. With every step it takes, you hear a clicking noise. As you watch, another roach squeezes in beside the first one, then another squeezes through, and another. Dozens of giant roaches are crawling aboard the lifeboat. And on page 74, cockroaches pour into the tiny spacecraft. One of them approaches the control panel and examines it with its roach antennas. Others move closer to you and your friends. They extend their antennas towards you. They seem to want to touch you. Katie and Jordan back up against the bulkhead, screaming so loudly you can hardly think. It's going to be up to you to save yourself and your friends. But what can you do? You glance around frantically. Your eye falls on a fire extinguisher. Maybe you could use it as a weapon. On the other hand, the roaches seem curious. Maybe they're intelligent. Maybe you can communicate with them and persuade them to help you. So, we've got 2 options, guys. Live poll in the live chat. Audience vote. Audience participation. We can either use the fire extinguisher against the roaches, or we can try to reason with the roaches. So we're opening a poll. Fire extinguisher or reason with roaches. The poll is up. Vote now. Vote quick. Vote now. We've got to try and reason with these roaches, or we're going to use a fire extinguisher to extinguish these roaches. Mariana in the live chat says, feed Katie to the roaches. Easy peasy in the live chat says, the cockroaches seem sus. Aislinn says, ask the roach for their tickets. Conan says, use Katie as a sacrifice to run away. Why does everyone want to feed Katie to the roaches? Karthik in the live chat says, eat that roach. Gangster Monkey says, kiss the roach. Guys, we've got 2 choices. We reason with the roaches or we try to extinguish them. We've got 59 votes in. 75% of you say reason with the roaches. We need a few more votes in here. Once we hit... Alright, 63 votes. 63 votes and 75% of you say reason with the roaches. Conan in the live chat says, no matter how low my life gets, I will never reason with roaches. Soju in the chat says, maybe they're friendly. Alright, we're reasoning with the roaches. It's 75%. Let's do it. JM in the live chat says, milk the roaches. I don't recommend that. Okay, we're reasoning with the roaches on page 131. Ooh, near the end of the book. I'll try to communicate with the roaches, you think. We need help, you say. Your voice is shaking, but you try to look friendly. To your surprise, one of the roaches speaks. Why should we help you? It asks. Its voice is high and squeaky. This is our territory. You speak English? Jordan gasps. How? We monitor your television broadcasts, the bug replies. Especially the cooking shows. Very interesting. Whoa, you're having a conversation with a bug. Yuck. Still, you've got to try. We're stranded here, you tell the roach. Can you tell us how to get back to Earth? The spokesman, make that spokes roach, moves closer to you. 2 of its hairy claws suddenly shoot out and grab you. Ow, you yell. The claws have sharp edges, like a saw. 2 other roaches seize Katie and Jordan. All 3 of you scream and struggle, but the roaches are strong. They carry you into their ship and lock you in the brig. A few days later, the X-shaped ship arrives at the roaches' homeworld. Holy shit. They just fucking captured us. Oh my god. We've been imprisoned by giant cockroaches on page 59. 6 roach soldiers hustle you, Jordan, and Katie off the spaceship. They march you to a door with a red light over it. What are you going to do with us? Jordan stammers. The roach soldiers just shove you through the door into a room that looks and smells like a dump. Here you are. Excellent. A truly enormous roach scurries towards you, ticking off items on a clipboard. Take a seat.
We'll start taping the program in a minute.
Taping? You repeat? Totally confused.
Yes, we're making a cooking show.
The huge bug beams.
It's called Garbage Magic. Today, the chef will make stir-fried coffee grounds and moldy lettuce pie. It's our very first TV program. You 3 humans are our TV experts.
Gross. I mean, great, Katie murmurs with a sickly smile. What can you do? You're trapped light years from home on a world ruled by giant roaches. If they want you to help them make insect TV, you have to obey them, no matter how gross it is. Well, Madame Zapp warned you there were bugs in the program. Guess she wasn't kidding. The end. Holy shit. We have been forced into servitude by evil bugs to make fucking B-tier entertainment on their roach television. Taco in the chat says this is low-key terrifying. Iroquois says we're being roach trafficked. Holy shit. But we do get a Netflix deal. So, I mean, there's that. Alright, guys, we're going to do this one more time. We're going to start from the start, and this time, we're not going to get a sucker bad ending. The first time, we went into the abominable Snow Woman ice game, and we lost. We broke the game. But that's a better outcome than our second attempt when we got stuck on the roach planet for life. We're doing it one more time, guys, and this time, I want to get the good ending, okay? We're getting the good ending. Conan in the chat says, I cannot believe 75% of people voted to reason with the roaches. Yeah, it didn't work. Reasoning with the roaches did not work. So if we do that path again, we're going to do it differently. All right, one more time. One more time. We're going to speed run through the bits that we've already read, and then we're going to come to the first choice, which is the ice zone or the space zone. Here we go. This can't be the place, Katie says. This place sucks. And you think, but there's got to be cool games. It's like E3. And then they go in anyway. And then Madame Zapp is like, oh, I'm a spooky, spooky lady. And I'm gonna take your money. Except it's free. And then there's just one problem. There's only 2 options, space or snow. So over on page 72, we're going to choose between space and snow. So we're going to open up the live audience participation in the live chat. We're going to open up a poll right now, and you got to vote quick. You got to vote quick. Option 1 is a bomb. Hold on. We're going to go a live poll. Option 1 is abominable snow woman. And option 2 is a drift. What is it? A drift in Vega? Or drift off Vega, which is the space one. All right. We're going now. We're starting. Vote now. Vote now. Vote quick. What are we going to do? We tried the snow before, and there was like a walrus, and then there was a tunnel, and then we sort of dug, and then we failed, and we got a big bill from the lady. And the space, we tried to do the space. We came up against roaches, and we tried to reason, and it failed. And we got stuck on the roach planet forever. Not so good. All right, we got 81% of you are voting for the Snow Woman. 58 votes. 81%. I think that's pretty conclusive. Once we hit 65 votes, we're gonna go with it. We're going once, going twice. Thanks for the super chat from Donatas. Thank you so much, mate. Abominable Snow Woman, 77%, 65 votes. All right, we're going to Snowtown. Ice, flow, nowhere to go. All right, page 97. We're entering virtual reality. We're entering the metaverse. We're entering the Zuckerverse. We're entering the Zuckernet. I'll play Abominable Snow Woman, you say. You've always had a secret wish to be an Arctic explorer. And then you put on the virtual reality. It gets cold. The lights vanish. And it feels real. There's nothing but ice and snow from horizon to horizon. This isn't like those dumb VR games. It's totally lifelike. You feel the wind and you trudge through. And then on page 67, we encounter the walrus. We have been on this path before. There's a giant walrus, a big nasty walrus. It's 6 feet tall. It weighs 600 pounds. It could swallow you in one bite. You try to run away, but then you remember something. You remember, this is just virtual reality. This is just the metaverse. Zuckerberg won't hurt me. And then you turn around and you say, forget it, walrus. Your stinky, but I'm gonna beat you. And you put in icicle fangs into your teeth and pretend to be a walrus, and it runs away, because the natural enemy of a walrus is a 7-year-old pretending to be a polar bear, and then it runs off, and you're like, huh, virtual reality's easy. GG easy, too easy for me. And then on page 96, you realize, oh my goodness, we're in a blizzard. We're in a blizzard, and it's a problem. It's getting real cold, and there's a hole in your coat, and there's like an icicle that cuts into you, and there's red blood where the ice cut your shoulder, and you're like, oh my god, I thought this was virtual reality, but you're bleeding, and it hurts, and it's cold, and you're like, oh my god. So we've got two options: the tunnel or slogging through the cold. Now I'm gonna give you the option. We're gonna hold the vote, but like, don't do the tunnel. Because last time we did the tunnel and it ended and we failed. So, well, no, I'm not going to do the vote. All right, we're going to go right to slogging, because that's what we didn't do last time. We're going to find something new. All right, we're on a new path now. New path. 135. I'll keep going, you decide. After all, you can always take off your helmet and end the game if it gets too tough. You pick yourself up from the snowbank and slog through the high drifts. Hail, whipped by the gale, stings your face. No Nintendo or Sega game ever hurt like this. Well, he obviously hasn't played Contra. And then you glimpse movement in the distance. Squinting, you see something coming towards you. As it gets closer, you realize that it's a human dressed all in fur with a big fur hood. Maybe he can give you some tips on how to beat this weird game. Excited, you run towards the stranger. You're a dozen yards away when he raises a hand, and the hand is holding a spear. As you skid to a halt, the stranger hurls the spear at you. And then on page 90, the spear flies towards your chest. You almost decide to let it hit you. A virtual spear can't kill me, you think. Or can it? Maybe you shouldn't take chances. Besides, you don't want to lose game points. At the last second, you duck, and the spear sticks in the snow. This means war. I'm going to wipe out this computer jerk, you mutter. You pick up the spear. Your history, you scream, running at your opponent. Don't hurt me, your foe cries. He throws back his hood. You're shocked to see that he's a kid your age. You stop short, but you keep the spear aimed at him. I'm sorry, the kid says. I thought you were the abominable snow woman. He looks shaken. My name is Andy. You tell him your name. What are you doing here? You ask. I thought I was the only one playing this game. Andy shakes his head. This is more than a game, he groans. Everything that happens in here is real. You can get hurt here. You can even get killed. What? Find out more on page 62. You burst out laughing. That's nuts, you exclaim. This isn't real. In real life, I'm sitting in Madame Zapp's virtual reality booth. You must be in the booth next to me. Andy doesn't look like he's kidding. He says, days ago, I went to the virtual reality arcade and signed up for Abominable Snow Woman. The next thing I knew, I was stuck inside the game. Since then, I've been trying to get out. Like in Jumanji. Yeah, right, you snicker. How dumb does he think you are? Look at this, Andy retorts. He rolls up his sleeve. He shows you a thick, ugly scab on his arm. I hurt myself on my first day here. You think that could happen in a game? You remember the rip in your parka and the cut you got. But they weren't real, were they? I can prove this is all a computer game, you say. I can end it at any time just by taking off my helmet. You reach up to remove the helmet. On page 55. You place your hands firmly around your neck, where the base of the helmet should be. You pull up. Congratulations. All you managed to do was choke yourself. You try again. You close your eyes. You concentrate. You pull off the hood to your parka. You open your eyes. You're still in the Arctic, and your ears are freezing. Quickly, you tug the hood back on. I told you, Andy murmurs. This is a joke, right? You demand, voice shaking. You yank off your gloves. The result? Your hands are turning blue. No, you cry. I don't believe it. Your heart begins to pound harder. Despite the cold, you're starting to sweat. You fight panic. This can't be happening. But it is happening. The virtual reality game is real, and you're stuck in it. And then, on page 19. But how, you sputter. Here's the deal, Andy explains. Somehow, the game booth transformed us into electronic images. We only exist inside the game. Whatever happens in here really happens to us. You try not to freak out, and you fail. We've got to get out of here, you shout. The only escape is by finding and defeating the abominable snow woman, Andy tells you. That's how the game works. Before you can ask any questions, a thunderous roar fills the air. Something large and white comes bounding towards you. It looks like a polar bear, Andy cries. Whatever it is, you now know it can hurt you. Your mouth is dry. Your legs are quivering. There's vomit on your sweater already. Mum's spaghetti. And then you can hear an even louder sound. Crack! You spin around. A small iceberg has broken off from the snowfield. It bobs out to the grey Arctic Sea. When you turn again, the white beast is closer to you. You still can't see what it is, but it's way big. Alright, 2 options. Live audience participation. There's a vote in the live chat. Vote quick. And our 2 options are, we can stay and face the beast, or we can escape on the floating iceberg. Alright, those are our 2 options. Fight or flight. The vote is in the live chat now. Get in there, Swiftos. What are we going to do? How are we going to survive this rampaging polar bear? Or whatever it is. This great white beast. Maybe it's Moby Dick. Anything can happen. Last time we were in this situation, we had to either use an extinguisher on some roaches or reason with the roaches. We tried reasoning with the roaches, and we got imprisoned on the garbage planet. But what are we going to do? All right, 86% of you are saying stay and face the beast. No, it's 59%, 34 votes. Oh, it's close. It's 55% versus 45% in favor of facing the beast. We're gonna let some few more votes roll in. We got 62 going once, going twice. How we gonna play this? 55% want to face the beast rather than escape on the iceberg. What are we doing, guys? All right, 79% of you have voted, and 57% are saying stay and face the beast. Yeah, look, if we end up on a cooking show with this polar bear, oh my god. All right, we're facing the beast on page 93. Let's do it. Syncreal says, last time we didn't have a spear. That's a good point. We've got a spear this time. Maybe we can use it against the monster. Oh, hold on. I may have picked the wrong... Oh god, I went to the wrong page. Alright, stay and face the beast is on page 93. Okay, cool. I got a little lost. Let's fight the polar bear, you say fiercely. Andy grabs his spear. It's coming closer, he screams. Get ready to throw, you respond. Wait, Andy cries. I'm not so sure it's a bear. Well, it's huge, you shout, and it's after us. Growl, the beast cries. It's only a few yards away now. If you won't throw the spear, give it to me, you order. I'll do it. Not until we know what it is, Andy insists. What does it matter, you practically scream. Whatever it is, it wants to eat us. You grab for the spear, but Andy pulls it back. You wrestle for a moment. Finally, you yank the spear away from him. Growl, the white beast roars. It's only a few feet away from you now. In a panic, you heave the spear at it. On page 77. Andy's like a conservationist. He doesn't want to kill this creature. Oops. You threw the spear too hard, and it sails far beyond the beast. Natural 1. Critical fail. The beast turns and races after the spear. It grabs the shaft in its mouth. That phrasing. Then it races back to you. It drops the spear at your feet. Tail wagging, it licks you with a moist, cold tongue the size of a windshield. It's a dog, you cry in astonishment. The white dog wags its tail even harder. Its friendly black eyes sparkle. It reminds you of a puppy you once had, except it's the size of your mum's minivan. Dangling from its collar is a dog tag, as big as a car's license plate. Name, Abominable Icehound. You read aloud. If found, please return to Abominable Snowwoman. It must be the Abominable Snowwoman's pet, Andy declares. At the mention of its owner's name, the dog barks once, sharply.
Then it takes off, bounding over the snow. Come on, you cry to Andy. Maybe it will lead us to her. A mountain range looms nearby. About halfway up one hill, you spot a dark shape. A cave, you realize, as you draw closer. Maybe the abominable snow woman lives inside. And so we enter the cave on page 125. Thanks for the super chat from Donatas Raukanas, who says, I love your content. You're my favorite creator. Thank you. Thank you, Donatas. You and Andy step inside the cave, and you're practically blinded. The bright walls and ceiling are made of sparkling ice. There's more. One wall of the cave is covered with shelves made of ice. On the shelves are dozens of objects, ice cube trays, cans of instant snow, a ticket to the ice capades, a book of fairy tales opened to the Snow Queen. Weird. You spot a sign hanging over one of the shelves. Survival gear, take 1. Signed, the abominable snow woman. 2 items lie on the shelf. A gold-rimmed magnifying glass and a silver compass. Let's take the magnifying glass, you suggest. It could help us see small things. That might come in handy. But with the compass, we might be able to figure out where we are, Andy points out. Come to think of it, you say, maybe we should take both. Oh, we've got a triple choice here this time, guys. We've got 3 options. Live poll in the live chat. We need your input in here. All right. So we've got 3 options. Option 1 in the live chat you're going to choose is compass. Take the compass. Other option is the magnifying glass. Are we going to take the magnifying glass? Or third option, take both things. Are we going to be greedy? Are we going to take both things? There's a live poll in the live stream right now. Got to choose one of those 3 options. What are we doing, guys? How are we going to handle this situation? Thanks for the super chat from Gina T. Solomon as well. Thank you, Gina. And Big Sauce says, I agree with Sonatas Lamau. Thank you, Big Sauce. Stay saucy. All right, so 58% of you are saying take both things. You're being pretty greedy. No one says the... All right, 10% of you say the magnifying glass. 39% of you say the compass. And 52% say take both. It looks like we're going to take both. We've got 82 votes. We're going to let it tick in. We'll get a few more votes. Going once, going twice. It's still pretty close. It's a very slim majority. 82 votes. As soon as we get more votes, we're going to conclude it. What are we going to take? This abominable snow woman, she's just leaving stuff out. She's being a good Samaritan. She's giving stuff out. All right. 90 votes in, and 53% of you say take both things. So we are taking both things. Content in the live chat says, surely being greedy won't be punished. Yeah, there's no way greed will be punished. All right. Most of you say take both things, so we're taking both things on page 118. And it says, who cares what the sign says, you declare. There's no one here to stop us. Whoever wrote this is saying declare a lot. No, there's no one here to stop us. I say we take both things. You pick up the magnifying glass, and Andy grabs the compass. And then you head for the exit. Just then, a beam of sunlight straggles into the cave. The beam reflects off the icy wall and hits the polished metal of the compass. By chance, the light reflects off the compass and into your eyes. Hey, you cry. You throw your hands in front of your eyes to block the dazzling light. Whoops, you forgot about the magnifying glass in your hand. The light from the compass strikes the magnifying glass. The lens focuses the sunlight on a big ice pillar in the center of the cave. You quickly shove the magnifying glass into your pocket, but it's too late. And then on page 41... In an instant, the beam of focused light melts a chunk from the center of the pillar, and the pillar collapses. Now the floor begins to shake. A thundering noise fills the cave. Sharp bits of ice break off and plunge from the ceiling. With a deafening whoosh, the cave collapses, burying you and Andy under a ton of white powder. Snow long, sucker. And remember, next time the sign says take 1, take 1. The end.
Oh, I think we got the bad ending, guys. We got the bad ending. Oh my god. All right. We're going to do one more. I said we would only do one. We're going to do one more real quick, all right? We got buried by snow. We got 3 bad endings in a row, all right? We broke the console and got a bill, and that was our best one so far in our first attempt. In our second run, we got trapped on the cockroach planet, and that was probably the most horrifying one. And then in this third one, we've been buried under snow for the crime of being greedy. Josie in the super chat says, no regrets. No regrets indeed. All right, we're going to do one more. All right, this is a speed round. All right, I want to get a good ending, okay? I want to get a good ending. So one more time, guys. We're gonna get through this. What are we gonna choose in this live choose your own adventure game? All right, we're starting from the start. So at the very start, Katie's like, "Is this really the Blitz and Chits?" And then you say, "Yeah, this is where the chits are. We're gonna get some points." And then you want to play the games at the arcade. And then it's like, oh, looks a bit spooky though. Looks a bit run down. Looks a bit weird. And then Madame Zapp is like, I am a insensitive stereotype, and I want your money. And her hands are bigger than Shaquille O'Neal's. And then she says, you've got 2 choices. You go into the Frozone in the Snowman, or you go into the Space Land in the Vega place. So on page 72, there's the first choice. Okay, so we have twice gone into the snow zone, and we have once. No, did we? We've twice gone into the snow. We've once gone into space. What are we doing this time, guys? Are we going to the abominable? Are we playing the virtual reality Abominable Snowwoman game, or are we playing the Adrift Off Vega game? Those are our 2 choices. There's a live poll in the YouTube live chat right now. Vote quick. Vote fast. Get your vote in. Choose our fate. This is the last run. This is it. It's now or never, guys. It's now or never. How are we going to get a good ending? All right. How are we going to figure this out? 56% of you say the Abominable Snowwoman. 44% of you say Adrift Off Vega. Are we going to the ice Arctic? Oh, there's an upset. Adrift Off Vega is ahead now. With 50 votes in, it's 56% to Adrift Off Vega. We've done the snow zone twice, and we've done the space zone once. When we went to the space zone, we tried to reason with some cockroaches, and it did not end well. We ended up slaves on an alien planet. It was like in Slaughterhouse 5. It was not good. Are we going to get captured by the Truffle-Megorians again? I don't know. All right, 76 votes. If we get a few more votes in here, few more votes, and then we're going to call it 59% to Adrift on Vega. Going once, going twice. All right, 86 of you say we're going to Adrift Off Vega. We're going into space, guys. So that's what we're doing. On 81, we're playing the virtual reality game Adrift in Space. Okay. I want to play Adrift Off Vega, you tell Madame Zapp. And we've already done this. So, like, you're slammed into the back of your seat. The rocket is taking off. A deafening roar. The jet engines are powering up, and it feels so real. There's a heavy bump, and then the booth vanishes, and suddenly you're in space. Oh my gosh. You're in a large room with metal walls. There's a window, and you can see millions of stars. And you're in a spaceship, and it looks great. And there's a reddish planet with yellow rings next to you. And you're with your friends, Jordan and Katie, and they say, wow, this is so cool. It all seems so real. But then the door crashes open, and you scream when you see the alien thing. It's 8 feet tall. Its smooth green skin is covered with grayish slime. It's got 2 heads with giant lidless eyes, and it's got 4 long, ropey arms, each with wicked clawed fingers. And Katie says, gross. And Jordan says, well, this is the game. I guess we're supposed to fight the alien. And the alien stomps towards you, and its feet leave puddles of slime like a snail. You look for weapons, but all you see are empty boxes, no ray guns or light swords. The alien's 4 arms wave wildly. Black drops of goo fly from its fingers and land on Katie's skin, and Katie says, ow, it burns. And Jordan says, don't be dumb, it's only virtual reality, you can't get hurt. It's not real, this is just the Zuckerverse. And Katie says, that's what you think, but she shows that there are blisters all over her skin. And Jordan says, cool, you've got a skin injury, that looks awesome. And Katie says, "It's real. This is no fun. I want to get out of the game." And she pulls off her virtual reality helmet. And then she screams. "What's the matter, Katie?" you cry. And then you understand why Katie is screaming. Because even with the virtual reality helmet removed, you're still in the metal room. And the alien is still there. And you're like, "Don't panic. It must be a glitch." And then the alien says, "It's not a game." And there's a metal speaker attached to its neck. And you say, "What do you mean it's not a game? Of course it's a game. This is just virtual reality. It's just the metaverse." And the alien says, "Wrong. This is real. We kidnapped you from the arcade." And then your head is spinning and you say, "No, this is just virtual reality. It's just like Boneworks. It's just like that game where you fight the sausages." And then the alien says, "Would you like another demonstration of my power?" And then it starts choking you. The alien starts I had a dream like this. The alien starts choking you with a long slimy arm around your neck and you can't breathe. And then on page 121, the alien relaxes its grip and you gasp for air. "Now do you believe I'm real?" the alien asks. And he nods slowly. It must be true. The alien really did kidnap you. And he says, "How did you bring us here?" you ask. And the alien says, "We built a transport pod to look like a virtual reality booth." And Katie says, "Why? Why do you want to capture a bunch of human kids? What do you want with us?" And then a panel in the wall chimes softly. A voice says something in a weird whistling language. And the alien listens and then says, "Excuse me, I must leave for a moment. When I return, you will do as I say." And then the alien slimes through the door. And like, as soon as slime is a verb, you know you're in for a spooky time. And then Katie says, "I just want to go home." And then Jordan says, "You're an idiot, Katie. We're stuck here." And then you try to think logically and you say, "Maybe if we can overpower the alien, then maybe we can force it to take us home." And Jordan says, "How can we possibly fight all of those arms? It has more arms than we have people." I say we try to escape through that hatch. And he points to the small hatch underneath the window. Okay, audience participation. There's going to be a poll in the live chat. And our two choices are fight the alien or escape through the hatch. We are live with that poll in the YouTube live chat. Get in there live. What are we going to do? Are we going to fight or are we going to flight? Last time we went through the hatch, and then we faced some, well, you know, no spoilers for those who weren't there. Last time we went through the hatch, what are we going to do this time? 64% of you say fight the alien. We've got 22 votes, and most of you say fight the alien. I mean, keep in mind, this thing has 4 arms. And I don't mean forearms, as in the fore part of your arms. I mean 4 arms. He's got 4 forearms. That's like 16 arms. It's got a lot of arms. But I mean, escaping through the hatch didn't work for us last time. So I mean, there's a lot of options here. Z Solo in the live chat says, "Are they Daleks?" Well, I mean, it says that it speaks in a mechanical voice, so that's my interpretation. Conan says, "Escape, then spray the roaches." Yeah, we could go for the roaches and then choose a different path than what we chose last time. Seed says, "Can we use the spear from the last game?" I don't think we have an inventory in this particular Choose Your Own Adventure game, Seed, unfortunately. Magical says, "Don't kill polite aliens." I mean, that's true. Like, the alien hasn't done anything, like, terrible to us yet. All right, we got 85 votes and 67% of you say fight the alien. This is so fun doing a live poll. All right, we're fighting the alien, guys. 88% of you, thank you for voting. And on page 48, we are fighting the alien. This is some Goosebumps combat, all right? This is like some MMA, like serious Krav Maga stuff. Like, I can't be I'm so ready for this fight scene. Okay, listen up. We have to work together if we're going to beat this slimy alien, you say quickly. The only possible weapons in the hold are the empty cartons. They're not much, but they're better than nothing. So each of you picks up a carton, and then you wait. A moment later, the door opens. The alien slithers in. "Now!" you shout, and you hurl your box at the hideous creature. "Yeah!" Katie shouts. And I'm imagining, like, you know Leela in Futurama? When she goes, "Yeah!" That's what I'm imagining from Katie here. And she throws her carton. And Jordan says, "Take that, black hole breath," swinging a box like a club. Quite a sort of a physics-based insult, that one. Bit of a thinker. The alien throws its 4 arms in front of its faces to protect itself. It's got 2 heads, as well as 4 arms. And one of the cartons slams into the stomach. The alien screams in rage and bounds towards you and your friends. Hot globs of black goo from its fingers spray all over the room. You scream as the acid goop splatters you. Keep throwing stuff, you shout to your friends. It's our only hope. And on page 33, we're going to die, says Poncho in the live chat. You and your friends grab more cartons and throw them as fast as you can. One of the cartons lands over one of the creature's heads. Another carton covers the other head. The alien lets out a high-pitched squeak of pain and confusion. It begins to stagger in circles. It can't see, Katie cries. The alien squeaks in panic. It falls heavily to the floor. Its arms wave feebly in the air. You approach the alien, holding another carton. You kick a carton off one of the creature's heads, and then you kick off the second carton. No, the alien squeaks. Don't hit me again. What a wimp, Jordan mutters. I won't hit you if you promise to return us to Earth, you announce in your deepest voice. The alien gazes up meekly at you. Tears flow out of its eyes. I'm sorry, it says. That is impossible. Oh man, I feel sorry for this alien. We really beat him up. We can't take you home, the alien whispers. We used up all our power bringing you here. Your heart skips a beat. Can it be true? No, Katie cries. I don't believe it. It's true, the alien says. We had to do it. You are our only hope. You see, for centuries, we vegans... It's probably not vegans. I think it's vegans. For centuries, we vegans have been at war with the Arcturians. We fight all our battles by computer with virtual reality games. But the Arcturans have invented a new game, a horrible, dangerous game. We don't dare play it. We might get hurt, so the Arcturans are about to win the war. So, you ask, what does that have to do with us? You must defeat the Arcturans for us, the vegan replies. Earth kids are the best game players in the galaxy. In other words, you're too chicken to play? You want us to do it for you? Forget it, you scoff. Take us home. I tell you, we can't, the vegan insists. You have no way to get back unless you play the game. If you win, we can rebuild our power supply and return you to your home. If you lose, you will share our fate. You realize you don't really have a choice. And so we follow the vegan to the game room on page 65. Oh my god, we're getting conscripted for an alien virtual reality war against another alien species. It's getting hardcore. Vegan's game, Poncho says. Yeah, we're doing an Ender's game, guys. We're doing an Ender's game. Ceiling in the live chat says, the children beat up a refugee fleeing war. That is what we're doing. We just assaulted a refugee. You follow the vegan to a big room filled with other 4-armed aliens playing a flashing arcade game. A big, new-looking game booth stands in the center of the room. This is where we fight the Arcturans, the alien tells you. The new war game has 3 levels, red, yellow, and blue. You may start with either red or yellow. You must win both of them to earn the chance to play the blue level. What happens if we win the blue level, you ask? The Arcturans will be defeated, the vegan replies. We will be powerful then, and you will return home. What if we lose? Katie asks. You mustn't lose, the vegan cries. The game is virtual, but because your brain is connected directly to it, your fate will be quite real. You gulp. You've never played for such high stakes. You and your friends sit at the console. The vegan slips electrodes into your ears. When you win one level, you'll return here to begin the next, it tells you. Good luck. You and your friends study the console in front of you.
A screen above the red level shows a red desert planet. A screen for the yellow level shows a big yellowish-green planet. All right, we're doing a live audience poll in the YouTube live chat right now. You got to vote. You got to vote quick. We got two options: the red level, which is a red desert planet, or we're going to the yellow level, which is a yellowish-green planet. Live chat on the YouTube right now. Vote quick. This is Inception. We are entering a virtual reality game inside a virtual reality game. My goodness. This is scary. This is crazy. We're being press ganged in to fight a war on behalf of another. We are space mercenaries. This is scary. This is wild. What we're gonna do? It's the red planet or it's the yellow planet. What if the cockroaches are in on here? All right. 59% of you say the red level. 61% of you say the red level. 66 votes. Got to get a few more votes in here, and then we'll do it. Jacob says, is dig an option? Digging did not work for us very well last time. But hey, even that might be better than death in a virtual reality space war. All right. We're going to end up in limbo, Solo says. Karthik says, are you in a Vulcan spaceship? This is almost certainly a Vulcan spaceship. Oh, we're fucked. All right. We're ending at 62% of you. 86 votes. You guys have chosen the red level. All right. This is what we're doing. We're starting on the red level on page 95. We'll play the red level, you tell the alien. Our scientists have a map of the game area for that level, the vegan announces. It's not complete, but maybe it will help. It hands you a small scrap of paper, and then it reaches for a red switch. When I turn this on, it exclaims, you'll be transported to the red level. Remember, because the game is connected to your brain, anything that happens in the game will really happen to you, so be very, very careful. A chill of fear runs down your back. But you have no choice. Your only hope of ever returning to Earth is to win these games. You give a thumbs up sign to Jordan and Katie. Ready? Asks the vegan. Ready, you all declare. The vegan throws the on switch. And we go to page 27. A blinding light forces your eyes shut. You feel as if you're on an elevator that's plunging out of control. The falling feeling suddenly stops, and you open your eyes. You're in a rose-colored room with red tile floors. Red and pink couches, chairs, and tables are scattered about. The warm air smells faintly of flowers. All is still and silent. We're in someone's living room, Katie whispers. She's right. On one wall of the room are framed pictures. Crossed swords hang on another wall. Next to them is a rifle. Instead of a trigger, it has a collection of dials and knobs. It must be an energy weapon, you think. Through the large windows, you see bare, scorching desert. A clear pink sky arches over hot red sand. Strange, straggly weeds poke up through the sand. A red sun blazes overhead. Whoa, Katie exclaims. I wonder who lives here. There's a picture of them over here, Jordan replies, pulling a framed photo off the wall. His face goes pale. Uh-oh, he mutters. I think we're in trouble. On page 5. You rush over and grab the picture out of Jordan's hands. Katie peers over your shoulder. Lizards! She cries. You gaze at the picture. It shows a lizard family. A mother, a father, and a baby. But you know they aren't really lizards. For one thing, this isn't Earth. And for another thing, you don't remember ever seeing a lizard with such long, sharp teeth. I think we better get out of here before they come home, you remark. Strolling to the open door, you step outside. Hot red sun sears your skin. Screaming in pain, you leap back into the house. You glance at your arms. You got a sunburn in about a second. Forget that, you tell your friends. We have to find someplace to hide while we figure out what to do next. I think it's too late, Katie murmurs. Turn around. You turn around and come face to face with the owner of the house. Don't make any sudden moves. Just go to page 46. Well, you aren't quite face to face. The lizard creature hasn't seen you yet. It's busy taking off a long coat made of a shiny silver material. You stand frozen, staring at the alien. It's covered with red scales. A long red tongue flicks out between its sharp teeth. It hangs the coat on a hook, then turns around. Its small, evil black eyes land on you. Instantly, the scales on its back rise up. They make a buzzing sound like a rattlesnake. It opens its mouth and hisses, and then it leaps towards you. It's attacking, Jordan screams. Desperately, you glance around the room. The weapons on the wall catch your eye. Run, you call to your friends. I'll hold it off. Which should you try? A sword or the energy weapon? Decide fast. Guys, we've got to decide fast. We've got to decide fast. There's a poll in the YouTube live chat. Real quick, we've got to take the sword or we got to take the energy weapon. Which one are we choosing, guys? We're facing an angry lizard. There's only one way out of this. Our other choices in the past have been fight or flight, but this time, it's fight or fight. We can go the ranged weapon, or we can go the melee weapon. I don't think this lizard is armed. It's got long teeth and long claws, but it's not armed itself. I wonder if we might have an advantage if we use the ranged weapon against the lizard. Then again, the ranged weapon has all these knobs and dials. Maybe that'll be too complicated to use. Maybe a sword will be simpler, you know? Syncreal in the live chat says that his coat is energy resistant because it's shiny. That's an interesting idea. Maybe we shouldn't use like a laser against a shiny coated lizard. Although the lizard took off the coat. Now he's just wearing his red scales. So I don't know. What are we going to do? Sword or energy weapon? Oh, we have 89 votes and it's 50-50. It's 50-50. My God, it's never been this close. This is life or death, guys. There is an angry lizard rampaging towards us. What are we going to do? 93 votes. Sword is edging ahead with 51%. What are we going to choose, guys? The energy weapon or the sword? It's coming down to the wire. We're 50%. It's 50-50. 94 votes. Guys, we need a tiebreaker. Someone needs to break this tie. The lizard with the red scales. I mean, we've entered his home. So, I mean, arguably, this lizard has the right to, defend his own property, I guess. It's 50-50 again. My God. 100 votes and it's 50-50. We need a tiebreaker. Someone listening needs to break this tie. We just need one more vote between the sword or the energy weapon to use against the lizard. Swords are cool, Rick says in the live chat. But the energy weapons ease ahead. 51%. We're ending the poll at 105 votes. The energy weapon wins. And that's what we're using against the lizard. We're turning to page 110 and we're using the energy weapon to fight off the lizard. As Jordan and Katie dash down the hall, you grab the energy weapon. Its stubby barrel is covered with glowing knobs and dials. You have no idea what any of them do. Maybe you can fake it. You aim the weapon at the lizard, then back up slowly, ready to follow your friends. The lizard gazes at you. Its eyes widen. Is it afraid? Then it makes a strange barking noise. Hey, the lizard is laughing. Claws outstretched. It starts towards you. You twist one of the glowing dials on your weapon, and nothing happens. You try another and another, still nothing. You press a knob on the bottom. Ping, plink, kablinkety. The weapon breaks into pieces. In desperation, you throw the pieces at the lizard. It slips on a ball bearing and falls flat on its face. You take off after Katie and Jordan as fast as you can. You hurtle around a corner, and then you skid to a stop. Your heart pounds. Katie and Jordan lie motionless at the far end of the hall. What's wrong with them? Turn to page 76. Guys, you say, running to them, are you all right? Jordan raises his head. We're fine, he replies, calmly. We're just trying to decide which way to go. Now you see why your friends are lying on the floor. They're gazing into a big open trapdoor.
Stairs lead down one side of the trapdoor. A red plastic slide leads down the other. You suddenly remember the map that the vegan gave you. Quickly, you fish it out of your pocket and study it. The stairway leads to something called the Garden of Doom, you announce, and the slide goes to the Pit of Horrors. What a choice, Katie mutters. You examine the map more closely. In big letters, it says, "Warning, do not approach the..." The rest of the sentence is missing. Hiss! The lizard, Katie shrieks. Which way do we go? You have no intelligent way to decide, so take this silly test. Do you have a staircase in your own house? If so, climb down to the Garden of Doom. If you don't have a staircase, slide on down to the Pit of Horrors. Okay, the Goosebumps book wants us to use our home architecture to decide, but I'm going to let you guys decide. What do we want to do? We've got two choices in the YouTube live chat right now. You got to choose between the Garden of Doom and the Pit of Horrors. All right, vote quick. The poll is live. We've got to choose. We're either climbing down into the Garden of Doom down the staircase, or we're sliding down into the Pit of Horrors. Look, if we've got to go to a horrific nightmare place, I think sliding is the way I want to do it. I mean, if I'm going to face my doom, a slide might be fun. Then again, a garden does sound, maybe less dangerous than a pit, even if it is a, Garden of Doom. So it's up to you guys. Vote now in the live chat. Hot Creamy Fart gives a super chat and says Pit of Horrors. This is like paid political advertising. My God, you can advertise your vote in the super chats. That should come with FCC warnings, I guess. Why are we going to the Pit of Horrors or the Garden of Doom? All right, 60% of you say the Garden of Doom. We've got 93 votes. One more vote, and we're gonna choose. Get just one more vote in there. All right, 99 votes. You guys have chosen the Garden of Doom. We're going to the Garden of Doom. Melkor in the live chat says we're about to meet an 80s metal band is what it sounds like. We're going to the Garden of Doom. All right, page 68. We're trying to run away from the lizard. We're entering the Garden of Doom. You, Jordan, and Katie hurry down the stairs. The air begins to feel humid, and you can smell wet dirt and plants. Way above you, you can hear a faint hissing noise. The lizard is still after you. At last, you reach bottom. You find yourselves in an alien greenhouse. Outside, the strong red sun beats down on the tinted glass. Thousands of bizarre plants grow from pots and tubs. The plants are red, yellow, purple, black, every color but green. You gaze up at a huge cabbage-like plant with bright orange leaves. A purple palm tree grows in a pot by your side. Thick purple sap oozes out of its leaves. Cool, Katie exclaims. Nice garden, you agree. But the lizard is still after us. We've got to think of a way to fight it. I've got an idea, Jordan offers. On page 85. My grandmother used to study lizards, Jordan explains. She told me that they can't be in really hot sun for more than a few minutes, or they'll fry. So, all we have to do is lure it outdoors, you ask? Oh, right, Katie's voice is sarcastic. And then we'll fry too. Remember what happened when you tried to go outside? Yeah. You gaze around the greenhouse. There must be something here you can use to protect yourself from sunburn. No problem, you tell your friends. All we have to do is cover ourselves. We can make sun hats from leaves, or try some of that purple palm goo for a sunblock. Will either idea work? The only way to find out is to try one. Okay, we've got two options, guys. We're really grasping at straws here because we've got two options. We have to make a sun hat, or we've got to slather ourselves in purple goo. We're going to do a poll in the live chat. Make a sun hat or slather in purple goo. Slather yourself in purple goo. All right. The live chat, the live poll is in the live chat on YouTube. Vote now live. We got a lizard chasing us. We're on an alien planet. We're in a virtual reality game within a virtual reality game.
Holy shit, guys. We're in like 3 different layers of the metaverse. This is like Zuckerbergception. What's gonna happen next? How are we gonna get away from this alien? 64% of you say the purple goo. We got 22 votes in, and you're saying the purple goo. What are we gonna do? Will the goo protect us from the alien sun? Or are we going to use the leaves? We got 61 votes in. You guys are saying the goo. We just need a few more votes in. You got to vote fast. We got 81 votes, and you're saying purple goo. So that's what we'll do. End poll. We're covering ourselves in goo. Alien goo. All right. Page 9. I hear the lizard. It's coming, Jordan cries. Quick, you urge your friends. Plaster the palm goo on yourselves. You bend down and grab 2 handfuls of purple goo. It's as thick as motor oil. It's so sticky you can hardly spread it. It smells like garbage that's been out for too long. But you don't care. You spread the disgusting stuff all over your face, arms, and hands. Then you and your friends head for the door. Just as the lizard enters the greenhouse, hiss! It peers around, searching for you. This way, frog face, you call. I dare you to come get us. Will your plan work? Find out on page 43. Come on, fly breath, you cry to the alien. Let's go play outside. The lizard doesn't understand English, but it gets your drift. It leaps towards you, and you move closer to the exit. Bet you can't eat just one human, you goad the lizard. It roars in anger, and you move even closer to the exit. Just as the lizard jumps at you, Jordan throws the door open. The 3 of you rush outside. Hot desert air fills your lungs, but your skin is completely protected by the purple goo. The lizard leaps onto the desert sand and screams. 10 seconds later, it bursts into flames. 30 seconds after that, it's just a heap of ash. A flash of red light fills the desert air. When it dies away, you find yourself back in the vegan battle room. Congratulations, your alien captor booms. You won the red level. Holy shit, we won. Okay, our 2 options. If you've already won the yellow level, go on to the blue level on page 104. Otherwise, you'll want to move on to the yellow level on page 7. Okay, guys, so we have not already won the yellow level, so we should go on to the yellow level on page 7. But I'm going to give you guys the choice, alright? So we can go on to the blue level, which would be cheating, or we can go on to the yellow level, which is not cheating. Those are your 2 options, live on YouTube right now, live audience participation. Are we going to cheat? Or are we going to follow the rules? We have beaten the red level, but we need to beat the yellow level if we are to legitimately move on to the final blue level. What are we going to do, guys? Those are our 2 options. 85% of you say the yellow level, not cheating. Good. Good work, guys. 65 votes and 80% of you choose not to cheat. I love it. I love that my audience doesn't want to cheat. You guys are respectable. You guys play by, you guys want to experience this as it was intended to be experienced. Fantastic. All right, we're ending the poll, and 78% of you say yellow level. We are not cheating. We're doing this real, all right? This is real gamer hours. We're doing this for real, and we're moving on to the yellow level on page 7. I think this is as far as we've gone. I think we're on the right track here, guys. This is as far as we've gotten into this game. All right, we'll try yellow, you declare. You and your friends prepare to begin the yellow level. Your vegan pal hands you a tiny bottle. Take this, it says. It may come in handy during the game. Can you give us any hints about the yellow level, you ask? There's no more time to talk, the alien replies. The Arcturans are close to winning. All I can do is wish you good luck. Thanks a bunch, you grumble. Some help, that is. The electrode in your ear begins to tingle. A moment later, the alien throws the on switch for the game, and we start playing on page 88. A bright light flashes somewhere in your brain. You squeeze your eyes shut. Bells bong in your ears, and then suddenly, silence. You feel heavy. Very, very heavy. You're so heavy you can hardly even breathe. You force open your eyes. Your eyelids seem to weigh 20 pounds. The air is clogged with musty, greenish yellow mist. Slowly, you turn your head. Beside you, Jordan and Katie slump in the swirling mist. They both seem to have become fatter and shorter. Where are we? Katie asks. I don't know, but the gravity here is really strong, Jordan replies. His voice sounds low and hoarse. You touch the ground. It's spongy and damp. You try to stand up. It takes you a long time against the gravity. Your feet sink deep into the mushy ground. You peer through the mist, and a big yellow blob drifts slowly, very slowly, towards you. What is it? We get a better look on page 94. What's that? Jordan cries, pointing at the blob. It looks like a pile of lemon jello, Katie announces. As the creature comes closer, you decide Katie is right. It does resemble a 6-foot-tall pile of jello, if jello could have one large, unblinking eye the size of a dinner plate. Shh, shh. The blob-like thing breathes in and out, in and out. I wonder what it wants, you murmur. Straining with effort, you move closer to the creature. After all, how dangerous could a shimmering blob of jello be? We find out on page 17. The blob oozes along the spongy ground. Soon, it's flowing over your sneaker. It slimes up your foot and begins to ooze towards your ankle. Its breathing grows louder. Yuck, you cry. You try to kick it away, but the blob won't let go of your foot. Your heart pounds. Get it off me, you cry. Take off your shoe, Katie orders. Quickly, you kick your sneaker off. The blob goes with it. You can only stare in horror as your shoe disappears into the pulsing yellow mass. A moment later, the creature makes a burping noise. And then it oozes out in 3 directions at once. It's going after you, Jordan and Katie. Let's get out of here, Katie urges. Run, you guys. Are you nuts? Jordan retorts. I'm bigger than you two. I'm so heavy I can hardly move. Wait, you call. The vegan gave us a bottle. Maybe there's something in it that we can use to fight the blob. You dig the bottle out of your pocket and hold it up. Hey, it's empty. We have 2 choices, guys. In the YouTube live chat, we've got a poll. We've got 2 options. Option 1, we run from the blob. Option 2, we battle it with the bottle. Those are our choices. Live on YouTube, vote right now. Vote quick, vote now. We've either got to run away from the blob or we've got to battle it with the bottle. The vegan alien gave us the bottle and said it might help. But did the alien intend for us to use it against a giant yellow all-consuming blob? Or was it intended for us to run away? Should we run from the jello or should we bottle the jello? Those are our 2 choices. 83% of you say battle it with the bottle. We got 52 votes. And you say battle it with the bottle. We're going to let a few more votes in. Ooh, 77, but we're alright, 77%. End poll. We're battling it with the bottle. What's going to happen on page 22? You stare at the little bottle in dismay. The vegan said it might help you, but how do you fight a giant blob with an empty bottle? The blob oozes towards you. Shh, shh, goes its breathing. Maybe it's some sort of secret weapon, you say, hopefully. You prepare to throw the bottle at the blob. Wait, Katie calls. Maybe you're supposed to put the blob in the bottle. Maybe she's right. It doesn't look possible, but yeah, right, Jordan sneers. That's like trying to put a car inside a shoebox. Throw the bottle. Jordan has a point too. Alright, we got 2 options. You live YouTube vote. We can either try to put the blob in the bottle, or we can throw the bottle at the blob. Alright, I'm gonna look, honestly, I don't see how throwing the bottle is gonna fix this. I feel like trying to put the blob in the bottle is at least you're thinking with portals that way, you know? But it's up to you guys. How are we going to handle
this jello monstrosity. Oh, 97% of you say put the blob in the bottle. Most of you agree with me. We'll let a few more votes come in, but we've got a jello monster coming at us. It's big. It's all-consuming. Are we going to throw a bottle at it, or are we going to try and put the blob in the bottle? All right, votes concluding. 67 votes in, and 93% of you say we're going to put the blob in the bottle on page 31. How are we going to get out of this one? Are we going to save the day? I'm going to try Katie's idea, you announce. You lean down, holding the bottle out towards the blob, and to your surprise, the blob starts to flow into the bottle. No way, Jordan gasps in surprise. I told you, Katie exclaims. You can't believe your eyes, but the blob continues to flow inside the bottle. How can something so big fit into such a tiny container? But in a few moments, the entire blob is inside the bottle. It worked, Katie cries. We've won. Jordan snorts. If we've won, how come we're still on this planet? The Vegans said we'd return to the game center. Yeah, you agree. You gaze at the bottle and think. You've captured the alien blob, but there must be something more to the game. Something else that you're supposed to do. Let me see it, Katie asks. She takes the bottle and peers in. It smells like lemon custard, she announces. Hey, you snap your fingers. Maybe that's the answer. And on page 39, Katie stares at you. Maybe what is the answer? Look, somehow we have to get rid of this blob, right? You say to your friends. I mean, how else can we get back to the Vegans? Now, the blob looks like food. It smells like food. Hold on. Jordan makes a face. If you're going to say what I think you're going to say, don't. What are you going to say? Katie wants to know. It's the only thing that makes sense, you argue. Will you please tell me what you're talking about? Katie shouts. Her face is red. What makes sense? How can we win? You take a deep breath. We have to eat the blob. Ew, gross, Katie cries. I wish you hadn't told me that. I think I'm going to barf. It makes me want to hurl too, you admit. But it might be our only way out of here. On page 32, eat the blob. I'll go first, you volunteer bravely. You take a deep breath and dip a finger into the bottle. It comes out covered with slimy yellow goo. Do you really dare taste it? Your hand shakes as you lick your finger. For just a moment, you feel like throwing up, and then you swallow. Hey, it's sort of good, you tell your friends. It really does taste like lemon custard. You pour a little of the goo into Katie's palm. Her doubtful expression vanishes after her first taste. Yum, she cries. You and your friends pass the bottle around. In only a few moments, it's empty. You run your finger around the rim and lick off the last sweet drops. Whish! A strong wind begins to blow. It sweeps the greenish-yellow mist away. When the wind dies down, you find yourselves back in the vegan game room. Guys, we did it. We ate the blob. And now, if we haven't yet completed the red level, we go to page 95. If you have completed the red level, begin the blue level on page 104. We have completed the red level, so go on to page 104. Guys, we have beaten 2 of the 3 levels on this Ender's game to defeat the bad guys. We're killing it. I think this is the final boss. I think this is it, guys. The vegan says, amazing, you have won both the yellow level and the red level. No one has ever done that before. What about the blue level, you ask? Has anyone ever won that? The vegan shakes both its heads sadly. Alas, no vegan has even tried it. You will be the first. All I know is that it is a battle of wits between you and the Arcturans. You mean all we have to do is outsmart a bunch of aliens? Jordan asks. He laughs. Piece of cake. The vegan looks annoyed. I think you'll find it quite a challenge. The Arcturans are the most intelligent race in the galaxy. No one has ever outwitted them. Jordan gulps. The final level takes place in reality. Step through the gateway to Arcturus, the vegan orders. It leads you into a large doorway that throbs with blue energy. Crackling sparks fly from the doorframe.
The electricity is so strong that your hair stands on end, and we step through on page 44. You cross through the blue doorway into a large white room. Blue-tinted sunlight streams in from a high window. At the end of the room stand 3 small tables. On top of each table is a round glass case, like an upside-down fishbowl, and inside each case is a big, bald head. Whoa, Jordan murmurs. Gross, Katie declares. You stare at the heads. They look human, but their skin is pale blue. Their eyes are open, but they don't move or blink. Are they alive? Welcome to Arcturus, the head with blue eyes pipes. You jump. Then, summoning your nerve, you approach the heads. Where are your bodies? You ask. We Arcturans have outgrown the need for bodies. We spend all our time thinking, the green-eyed head replies. It gives you a superior smile. And then the third, brown-eyed Arcturan asks you a question that totally surprises you. The brown-eyed Arcturan gazes at you as if you were an insect. Are you Martians ready for the game? It asks. Martians, you blurt out. There's no such thing as Martians. We're from Earth. The brown-eyed Arcturan looks shocked. No such thing? Mars, Earth, it's all the same to us, the green-eyed Arcturan says quickly. The main thing is that you are inferior. I can't believe how conceited they are, Katie whispers. Maybe the final game won't be so hard after all, you whisper back. If these guys don't know that there's no intelligent life on Mars, they can't be as smart as the Vegans told us. We heard that, the blue-eyed Arcturan snaps. Forget it. You won't beat us. The game was designed by our wisest heads. They searched the galaxy for 3 most difficult puzzles. We can handle them, you declare boldly. Unlikely, the green-eyed head yawns. But if by some miracle you do win, we will end our war with the Vegans and allow you to return to Earth. What if we lose? Katie asks. If you answer even one question incorrectly, you and the Vegans will become our slaves forever, the third head says. Give us the first challenge, you say bravely. Oh, we got like 3 riddles or some shit, guys. This is fucking spooky. The first challenge is a test of knowledge, the first Arcturan tells you. It is based on a Goosebumps book we found in one of your time capsules. You can't help smiling. You and your friends have read all the Goosebumps books. There's no way you'll blow this question. This is the challenge, the Arcturan goes on. Trapped in Batwing Hall, the members of the Horror Club go on a scavenger hunt. Which of the following is not on the list of items to find? 1 human bone, 3 hairs from a werewolf, a straw from a witch's broom, 2 claws from a bat, a piece from a mummy's bandage. Yikes. You bite your lip. That's a tough one. If you've read Trapped in Batwing Hall, you already know the answer. If not, you'll have to guess. If the item on the list is a human bone, or 2 claws from a bat. Okay, alright, we're doing the live poll on YouTube. It's either a human bone or it's 2 claws from a bat. We're live in the YouTube live chat. Okay, guys, so which of these 2 items is not an item in a scavenger hut in the Goosebumps book, Trapped in Batwing Hall? Now, I don't know which of you have read the Goosebumps book, Trapped in Batwing Hall, but that's the only way we can know the answer. Okay, 86% of you, 7 people have voted, 25 people have voted, and 68% of you say human bone. Have you guys read this one? It really is genius self-promotion from R.L. Stine, isn't it?
promoting his own books within his books. This book is incredibly meta because not only are we in a virtual reality game within a virtual reality. Oh, well, we were. Now we're just in one level. But there was some real Inception stuff going on before, and now R.L. Stine's promoting his own stuff. We got 68 votes, and the majority of you say that a human bone is the item that is not one of the items in the scavenger hunt in the Goosebumps book, Trapped in Batwing Hall. All right, 57%. You guys seem pretty confident, so that's what we're going to choose. That's what we're going to choose. Adam in the live chat argues that, well, it makes sense that the Batwing Hall book would need bat claws. That's a pretty logical argument. Soju in the live chat complains that this is pay-to-win bullshit. You're not wrong. All right, we're going with the human bone. That's what you guys have chosen. I hope you guys are right, because we've gotten real far in this game. This is as far as we've gotten in this book. I hope you guys are right. We're choosing the human bone on page 12. The item that's not on the list is one human bone, you tell the Arcturans. For a moment, all three bald heads gaze at you. Then, at the same moment, they begin to laugh. That's wrong, the blue-eyed head cackles. I knew there was no way mere humans could beat our test. Wait, Jordan cries. I know the right answer. Give us another chance. No more chances, the Arcturan replies. To the space mines with all of you. Blue energy sizzles towards you from three heads. Run, you shout, and turn to flee from the room. But before you've gone 3 steps, a tingling feeling sweeps over you. Oh, you feel so dizzy. The next thing you know, the whole world turns black. And we go on to page 21. You wake up in darkness. A delicious smell of cinnamon fills your nostrils. Is this a spice mine? Are we going for the spice melange? It smells like someone is baking apple pie. Katie murmurs. I smell vanilla. No, Jordan interrupts. It's chocolate. Pure chocolate. As your eyes adjust to the dim light, you gaze around. You seem to be in a large, rocky cavern. Strangely enough, you can't spot any stoves or kitchen equipment, but you can make out dim shapes moving by the walls. I'm hungry, Jordan shouts. Me too, Katie cries. Me 3, you agree. The scents are driving you crazy. Your mouth waters uncontrollably. You've never been so hungry in your life. But where are these delicious smells coming from? Then you hear footsteps. Yes, maybe someone has come to feed you. A fat, short, 3-headed creature appears. Its skin is covered with jagged spikes. It looks like a walking rock. Why aren't you 3 working? The creature demands. Before you can answer, the creature shoves a pick into your hands. Get going! The spices are ripe! It bellows. At last you can see well enough to make out the movement by the walls. It's other creatures, dozens of them, in every size and shape. They're digging at the walls with picks and shovels. What's going on? You ask the 3-headed creature. Where are we? Where do you think? It snarls. The spice mines! It hands you a pick and swats you. Now get moving. You swing your pick at the walls of the mine. With each crack of the pick, another delicious smell fills your nose, but somehow you're not so hungry anymore. Too bad, but this spicy adventure has come to a tasteless end. Guys, we are defeated. We made 3 attempts against this Goosebumps book, Trapped in Space, and each time we were defeated. The first time we tried to dig our way out of the abominable ice adventures against the Snow Woman, and we just went home with a sizable bill to our name. On the second attempt, we went into space and we tried to reason with some cockroaches, and we got put in a interstellar prison, making bad television for cockroaches. On the third time, we were defeated again, and on the fourth time, we got the answer wrong. We had not read the Batclaw book by R.L. Stine, and so we did not know the answer to the trivia question. So, guys, I'm afraid that our spicy adventure is at an end. Guys, we gave it our best. Maybe we'll make another attempt. Maybe we'll do another Goosebumps Choose Your Own Adventure stream. Maybe we'll do Animorphs Choose Your Own Adventure book. Or an entirely different kind of Choose Your Own Adventure book. I'll take suggestions. If anyone's got suggestions for a good Choose Your Own Adventure book to do on an Alt Shift X live stream, put it in the comments. But we're ending the stream, guys. Thank you so much for participating. I'm so glad this was fun. And keep it real. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for the participation. And yeah, we'll do it again some other time. We didn't win, but maybe next time we'll win the Goosebumps game. All right, thanks, guys. See you next time. Thanks for participating. Stay spooky. And I'll see you next time.